One of the biggest reasons that people lose distance is they are casting, and this may be you. And if this is you, I've got a really great tool, something that you can do at home, especially you can do at home because it's actually designed to do at home. So here's the deal. Here's what casting is. So you've heard the term lag, and if you haven't heard the term lag, we're not going to get into it. There's a lot of different ways we could describe it, but we're not going to get into the specifics because what matters is how you're going to fix it. So ultimately, we're talking about this little angle here at the top. Let's call it a 90-degree angle. So in a good swing, when you start into that transition, you still have a little bit of that angle in effect here. So you kind of look like this. In a bad swing, you might end up going like that. And that's a really bad move, and it's a huge power leak. So here's your fix. You're going to get this all taken care of with the handy dandy chair. So start with the club so that the club head is kind of right over the middle of the seat, and you're standing sideways to it. Now if you put your hands on the club, so this is a forward swing kind of motion we're trying to feel. So obviously you can't make a back swing because the chair's in the way. On the forward swing, start with the lower body by rotating towards the flag, and your hands are going to go along to the right. And look at what happens to your trail hand, that's this hand. Look what happens to the wrist as you start into that forward motion. So you actually add, so it's here, you kind of add a little bit of cupping motion to it. That's a good thing, and that's what you want to have happen. So now move a little away from the chair. So you start with the club head right on the edge, and as you rotate your hips, look at what happens now. So now you're holding onto the club in full effect, and it's still there. Now, that's the rest of the swing. So the club head is not hitting the chair, boom, and then you go through. So a bad example of a bad swing would be if the club head starts down right away. If I do it in slow motion, it's kind of like scooping, and that scooping is really bad. So if we put this into context, this is the feeling. So you're starting forward, that trail hand is still feeling cupped, you make contact, and then you go through. So this is a great way for you to work on your lag, and of course I have to hit a ball because it's so much fun. So I'm going to do a small little motion, so when you get to a driving range and you're able to hit a ball, this is the size you could do. Kind of half swing, and then you move forward that way. So there you go. Work on this, and it's going to improve your distance, your ability to make good contact, and that is going to lower your scores.